Imagine the Siberian tundra approximately 20,000 years ago, not as a frozen and empty wasteland, but as a thriving grassland filled with all sorts of life. Life bloomed alongside giant woolly mammoths as their feet pressed down snow, preserving the permafrost. This permafrost kept the environment in check, creating a beautiful ecosystem that supported all forms of life. But now, fast forward to today. Imagine all those creatures are gone, either to overhunting pressures or a changing climate, allowing the ground to melt and release greenhouse gases. As these gases are released, the Siberian tundra continues to melt, creating a wet forest environment unsuitable for Arctic species. In the future, these tundra environments could degrade almost completely, eroding landscapes into massive thermokarst features and causing large-scale extinctions of Arctic species. Why should this matter to us today, sitting right here watching a virtual speech? Because this scenario is happening on a global scale. We can't simply observe from the sidelines. According to a journal article by expert Dr. Eric Shivian, current extinction rates are not normal in the slightest. He states they have increased by approximately 100 to 1,000 times more than the natural pre-human background rate. As our world begins to change so rapidly under collective pressure, we are losing the vital species that ensure our planet is kept in delicate balance. And without these species, our global environments will continue to collapse, while even more species fall to extinction. That is why today I will explain a new revolutionary concept that some scientists believe may help repair these failing ecosystems and restore critical portions of our planet's environment. To understand the true potential of the science, we will look at three key areas. Is de-extinction as dangerous as Jurassic Park? What impact does de-extinction have on the environment? And is it too late for us to even reverse ecological collapse? Modern media's depiction of de-extinction, such as the Jurassic Park movies, may be your predominant idea of what I've discussed, but how dangerous is it really? Many people believe this technology is just about bringing back dinosaurs for entertainment or financial benefit, like making a dinosaur theme park. In reality, de-extinction serves a deep scientific purpose. This research is not just a fun hobby in any form. Scientists are deeply focused on restoring ecosystem function by reintroducing the functional roles of lost species. Well, what about money? Any money spent on bringing back extinct animals is money taken away from saving species that are currently endangered. Fortunately, this comparison of resources is not really the reality. Ethical de-extinction efforts use separate research and funding resources that are specific to genetic engineering and paleobiology. Done ethically, these important resources are not taken from endangered extinct species. In fact, de-extinction research often creates new genetic tools that can directly help save endangered populations, like creating more genetic diversity in limited populations, and therefore creating more conservation opportunities. If we bring a species back, surely they will become invasive, overwhelming current wildlife or endangering human lives. But here's the thing. Scientists are mainly focused on looking at keystone species from the recent geological past. These species are chosen because they filled stabilizing roles in their native ecosystems that are now empty due to extinction from often man-made pressures. The goal is to reintegrate them carefully back into a system where they belong and can provide balance, not overwhelm it. So if de-extinction isn't as dangerous as it's often portrayed, what is the actual point of it? Turning your attention to this graph, what we are looking at is a visualization of species that have returned or regained population through de-extinction. Through methods such as backbreeding and cloning, these species have either had their ecological function returned or expected to in the next few decades. If you look at this section, we can see the data demonstrating how a revived keystone species like the black-footed ferret can return to full ecological function in the dark green bar. These animals are acting as nature's regulators by creating a long circling chain that is our ecosystem. As stated by Novak in a 2018 journal article, the optimal way to produce conservation gain is to focus on a species that have disproportionate impacts on their ecosystem. The top priority for species for de-extinction efforts are ecosystem engineers and keystone species. Recalling the visualization from the intro, woolly mammoths were responsible for helping maintain permafrost essential to Arctic habitats. This graph showcases the predicted loss of permafrost that will occur in the 21st century if nothing is done to slow the melt, limiting frozen ground to far spots, isolated, away from everyone. Reintroducing woolly mammoths, or their ecological proxy, shows promising evidence of being a way to refreeze these vital carbon sinks and reverse a portion of climate change. According to Prochorus and colleagues in a 2024 journal article, soil carbon pools are stabilized by the presence of mammalian herbivores, leading to shallower thaw depths and enhanced carbon storage compared to non-grazed regions. De-extinction can be a powerful and beneficial tool if done safely and ethically, but what damage would it repair, and is it too late to help? Look at the picture on the screen beside me. This isn't a movie set, this is real, this is our planet's current reality. We are looking at a picture of a rapidly eroding thermokarst in the Siberian tundra and similar regions. Look closely at what it looks like. Imagine a landscape that looks like a war zone of sinkholes. The ground is quite literally slumping and melting away, forming massive unstable craters, almost a mile wide. As the permafrost is exposed to warmth, it melts. This is the consequences of not taking action. Think about the sheer scale of the negative impact. When that ground melts, it releases methane and carbon, greenhouse gases that were naturally locked away thousands of years ago. As this one ecosystem collapses and erodes right before our eyes, it's important to understand that this is only the beginning. Others inevitably fall in its place. The destabilization of the tundra affects ocean currents, which affect global weather patterns, which affects us all. The visualization of destruction should shock us, scare us, because it shows the negative consequences that may occur if we fail to take action. However, even looking at this devastating visual, we must remember a crucial thing. Ecological collapse is happening every day, but is not irreversible. We still have time, but we must act now. You have the power to take a stance against ecological collapse and extinction. Nothing is more powerful than knowledge, so raise your hand if you would be interested in taking a stance by choosing to study career fields involving de-extinction. Not all of us have the opportunity or the willingness to pursue a dedicated career, so ask, how many of you have social media or friends you're willing to share stuff with? How many of you today will spread awareness of the ecological benefits of de-extinction? The world may be facing rapid ecological damage, but we have the power to make a change and look to the past to create a brighter, healthier future. Thank you.